Hey, welcome back to Inside the Huddle, and a quick shout out to Mrs. Zach Shaw.
Whoa. Nope, not a chance.
Now, so he responded a little too strongly to that, but to...
No, I don't. She would respond even more strongly.
More strongly?
It's Emma Sutherland.
We like to call her Emma Suds.
Yeah.
Who sent Zachy Poo here pizza
Zachy Poo, there you go.
for Valentine's Day.
Oh,
And
that's
sent
very
it...
nice.
It's for everybody. It says Happy Valentine's Day, WTKA, especially Zach.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 2 heart-shaped pizzas. You know, your girls, you and Brandon, your women provided children this winter. Mine provided 2 heart-shaped pizzas.
Well,
So,
I mean, I think that's a win.
yeah, I was going to say, who's coming out on top here? Just kidding.
Do you need a napkin?
I need a few napkins.
Yeah, I think I have some tissues. Would you like some tissues?
I mean,
He looks like he's really desperate in the corner.
he
there.
looks like...
I'm Zach. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you too, Zach.
Yes.
She sent you pizza, but no napkin.
True.
So she doesn't know you that well.
Exactly.
No, but I've tried some. It's delicious.
He's fine, Tina. He
Oh,
doesn't
I
need
will
it.
say, they didn't slice the pieces, which I guess makes sense if it's heart shaped.
Here, Zach, I have napkins in
Yeah,
this.
There you
see,
go. Now I feel
did you
better.
see how quickly he was able? Like he could do that in his sleep because he has to do it so much for us.
Are you have a
whenever we get
baby?
food in
Oh
here.
no, I thought you have a baby.
We just, my colleague Brandon and I just had, well, we
Oh.
didn't, our wives had babies.
Oh,
this winter.
congratulations.
One each.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, one each.
Not together.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I wouldn't let him babysit.
No,
He can
I-
give me the pizza. I'm not
But
sure.
I'm great with kids. But yeah, the messes. As you can hear me do
Yeah.
that. I mean, you've seen me. We've had lunch sponsors, and they bring in food, and it's just basically like routine. Like Michael does it even without even looking. He just reaches in the drawer, grabs the napkins. Here you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because that's how we met. I was having a violent moment in the lunchroom, and it ate my money, the machine.
Okay.
And I was like talking to the machine, and this kind gentleman comes in and is like, and he looked at me like, "Oh, this woman." Then he
Yeah.
put $1 in, and it worked for him. So how do you like that?
Well, I was a little afraid because I walked in. This is Tina Giorgi, the comedian performing at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase this weekend. I walked in and she's kicking the machine,
Yes.
angry, yelling. I'm like, she's gonna have to be funny in 5 minutes. Is that really gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it called me ugly the other day.
Well, it doesn't like me on Valentine's Day, but you saved me, so it was very chivalrous. I had my Valentine's moment, so that was good. It's already
Wow.
been weird here.
Really? Why has it been
I
weird
don't know. I
here?
just thought it was weird. First off, I couldn't find the place.
The studio?
Yeah, it just
Okay.
it went from like 10 to 50 to like 100. I thought, wow, this is strange here, but that's okay.
Yeah, we do our best to keep the riffraff out.
I also had
So-
no idea that somebody else was in the other room.
Oh yeah, that's
that scared me also.
Matt. That's Matt. He's the producer and he's over there and he's your audience because if you're funny, he will laugh. Right.
I got a free soda. What do you think of that? There you go.
Yeah, I bought you a drink already, and then you.
I know. Happy
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. So you're in town this weekend, performing at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. Is it fun to do it on Valentine's Day weekend?
Well, yeah, of course, because I think they like to have a female comic because, it makes the men, they're like, here, look what I bought you, an angry woman. You should be happy now. You can stop being angry. She can be angry for you this weekend. No, it's nice. It's always fun to have
Yeah.
couples and things like that.
So would you be? I mean, there's going to be obviously tonight, especially, right? Like you'll have either all couples or you'll have a lot of. I guess Galentine's is now a thing. I didn't really hear about
It's
this
more of a
ever.
yesterday thing, yeah.
Yeah, I never heard about this until I think actually Emma posted this on Instagram, Galentine's Day, and I was like, what the
It's
hell?
from
is-
Parks and Rec. I
Okay.
understand that you have not watched very many shows since 2005, but yeah, it's where you celebrate the lady friends in your life.
Right.
So I mean, you're gonna have like a good group in there. Will
Of
you
course.
will you pick on people? Like what is your approach on Valentine's Day?
Well, no, I don't pick on people. That wouldn't be a wise thing. I don't think so. That doesn't make a happy date, does it, for the people?
Probably not, unless someone deserves it.
Yeah, I know. No, I usually, whenever I have a guy that's a really mean heckler, I always say to him, I'm oddly attracted to you. And that usually scares him, and then he stops heckling and doesn't know what to say because then he can't be mean to me.
Yeah.
So I try the opposite effect of trying to, out nasty the guy.
Yeah.
I just tell him that I, care for him.
Okay.
He doesn't know what to do with that.
No, I don't think we would
See?
know what to do.
See, you're stuttering
I
already.
don't know what to say. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you punch me, I will fall. I fall on the floor. So that's why it's better to be strategic, I think.
Yeah. So is that generally your dating history? You always go after the heckler?
No, I've been married a long time, so I can't remember my dating history. It was a long time ago. But I'm married to a good guy. Everybody always complains about their spouses, but I don't want to brag, but my husband, he has a job. Isn't that exciting?
That is.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, that is. That's more than Zach's. So
I have 2 jobs. What do you mean?
That's true. Nothing. Just trying to make fun of you. That's why they don't pay meat for the.
His in-laws. What was the comment they made one time about like when are you getting a real job?
Yeah, it's my brother. My brother.
That's what happens when you do sports entertainment.
Yeah. Asked me as I was moving to Royal Oak and looking at homes, and he said, "Does this mean you're ready to get a real job?"
Well, I don't think my mom thinks I have a job.
No.
She says, "Why do you have to do comedy at night?" She says, "What kind of job is that? A woman out at night?" I'm like, "Oh, when do you think I should do comedy?" She goes, "I don't know, but that doesn't sound like a good job." So there you go.
How long have you been doing comedy?
Too long.
Okay.
Longer than this child's probably been alive.
That's
He's
probably
very
true.
young.
Yeah.
I would say 21,
25.
25. All
Yeah.
right, well, I'll give you that. From the pizza fingers, though, I was guessing.
Yeah. I
guessing
eat like
21.
I eat like I'm 11 in the Sandlot.
Yeah.
Straight out of
Man,
Italy.
Zach, the female comics come in and they just bust your
No
balls
kidding.
immediately.
Yeah, you're
sorry.
the second
Was
one
that
like
terrible?
this year. Yeah, it's fine.
Just go ahead. I mean, he just makes it easy.
I can't be mean to you. You bought me a soda.
Right.
So that's only fair. So I'm
Okay.
just
Well, do you want some pizza? They didn't cut it, so I can rip
Yeah.
you off a
That's okay.
shard.
I think I'll leave the heart pizza to you. And
They-
your loved one, whoever sent it to you.
Yeah. So what is Valentine's Day like for you? Obviously, you're on the road. You don't see your husband on
No,
Valentine's Day.
That's
so
why it's a good Valentine's Day.
right.
No,
Yeah.
it's good. Right after you've been, I don't know how long you've been married, but after a while,
2 years.
it's okay to just say, "I'll see you whenever."
Yeah.
And my anniversary's on Monday, and I'll be somewhere else also. So
Okay.
that's the secret to our marriage. We try not to be too close to each other for too long.
Just avoid.
And we don't
avoid.
have
Yeah.
any children either, because that's more complication.
Yeah.
So.
Will he do anything for you on Valentine's Day? Will you do anything for him on Valentine's Day?
This is the
besides
truth.
being apart?
Last week he said to me, "Do you want a Valentine's card?" And I was like, "No, don't worry about it. We'll go to dinner sometime." Is that exciting? There's how romantic I am at this point.
I think that's
It's okay.
yeah. I think we had this conversation earlier. Like it's I don't want to call it like a Hallmark holiday, but I mean I don't need. I know this is going to sound corny, but I don't need Valentine's Day to tell my wife that I love her.
Oh, there you go. How sweet. Oh, this is your sweet day today.
Yeah.
No, it's good. I mean, also, if you're married to a comic, you don't expect something normal. do you?
Right. What do you get? What do you give them to as
Well, I
to
mean,
say-
I can't cook and I can't clean. I don't want to have any children. I food poisoned my family. So
Yeah.
that's it. There's nothing
It
you're going to
sounds
get.
like you're a
from
hell
me.
of a catch.
Yeah, I know. It hasn't run away. I mean, what's to complain about?
Yeah. So does your relationship, and a lot of people talk about like dating and relationships as comedy. So where does your comedy come from?
Well, I think that, just personal experiences, obviously,
Mhm.
but mostly my life has always been strange. Like today,
Mhm.
it's never a normal thing. I think I'm a magnet for weirdness. That's my gift in life. So I just wander through life, and whatever weird things happen to me, I say, "Oh, okay, this is material."
Yeah.
You know,
What's
that's how it
what's
works.
the weirdest thing's happened to you recently?
Well, I saw an old roommate that I hadn't seen in like 30 years. How's that? And I knew it was her, but I didn't know it was her until she opened her mouth.
Oh wow.
Because she had a really annoying voice. She's like, "Hi, Tina." That was her voice. And she had married the guy we called the warthog.
Okay.
So they had produced 2 children. I think they were, she looked like olive oil and he looked like a warthog. So they produced an olive hog and a wart oil. So it was very strange. I couldn't tell if they were boys or girls. But
Wow. Okay. And
she
but
was the one that used to start every sentence with the word "we." Have you ever lived with anybody like that? She's like, "We need to wipe our feet when we come in the house."
So not really about her. She's just trying to say you need to do it, but I'm not. I'm too passive aggressive.
And I was like, "Well, we need to fall in a hole and die." Oh, I'm sorry. Does that offend us? She didn't think it was funny either. So
Well, that's she didn't understand your sense of weird humor.
yes. Well, that's a New York kind of thing too.
Yeah, yeah.
The subtle passive aggressive weirdness.
Yeah.
But really, I'm a positive comic. I sound so negative right now. Don't worry, I'm not going to pick on men. I don't do any of that stuff because I don't try to do gender specific things.
Okay.
I just talk about life. Like I don't want to be a female comic. I just want to be a comic.
Yeah.
Like a good comic.
What's funny about life?
Well, everything is funny about. Like my husband got a shed. That's evidently a big moment in a man's life. The
Getting a
purchasing of the shed.
Okay.
He's very excited. This is my husband's shed now. I know this you'll get jealous, but Amish built.
Yeah.
Double
The
barn
best guy.
door.
Yeah.
25-year roof.
Yeah.
That is one beautiful shed, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
to me, it's just a giant purse. That's why I don't really understand the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be true. I mean, he just collects all this stuff, right?
Yeah, but
Does
he
he-
was very excited about that, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, yes, we're going to get this shed. And then I went to Home Depot, very scary, on Saturday morning.
Mhm.
All the men dressed the same. Coincidence? I don't think so. I think you men have a diabolical plan. You all wear the same outfit. Then when you get there, you run like a rat in a maze down the big aisles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find him for 45 minutes. I think it's a plan.
I mean, I would say it's really true. I mean, I'm the same way. You know, like maybe not right now because it's too cold out to go anywhere, but you get me like spring, summer, and Home Depot, Lowe's, one of those two places, I'm there every Saturday morning. And I don't even have anything to buy. I just go.
Well, it's a mystical place, right? That's what I've decided.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen people that I thought was the salesperson in Home Depot, but they weren't.
They're just
Yeah.
there.
And I was like, can you help me? He's like, lady, I don't work here. I'm like, you have an orange vest and a tool belt on. He's like, so? I was like, well, if I was going to buy a wedding dress, I wouldn't wear a wedding dress.
Right.
And he's like, but when you buy shoes, you have on shoes. So I had to leave because I was bested by the idiot in Home Depot. So I can't go there anymore. I can't. But Valentine's Day is a big day for me because I go to Victoria's Secret every Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because the men are in there on that day. That's my favorite observation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they think they're going to get an outfit in which their woman will look like the woman in the catalog.
right.
Come on, that is entertainment.
Yeah.
I always want to run up behind him and like hit him really hard in the back of the head and go, duh, perhaps you'll need this airbrush. Nobody looks like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except maybe the woman who sent him the pizzas because they're young.
Right.
Eventually.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's hard to go to. I don't know. Victoria's Secret is just one of those places no man really wants to go. You're right. We want our wives to. We want like the dummy in the window.
Exactly.
We want that, and yet we don't actually want to go in there.
Well, I don't want to go in there either, but I like to go to see. I put on a thong once in my life though, and I instantly spoke Swahili. So it was like the opening scene to Lion King. I was like, no. So I thought maybe it wasn't a good thing for me. Are you genuinely laughing or just
No,
making buy another soda?
No, I'm genuinely laughing. I think the guys will tell you that I don't laugh very much at all. So if you can get a laugh out of me, then you have hit the big time.
Oh, well.
It doesn't even matter what you've done in your career at this point. 25 years doing it, all the clubs you've been in, being on like a lot of these late night shows.
Yes.
But if you can get me to laugh, you've made it.
Well, I think it's because you're maybe a little scared of me because I look a little like the Wicked Witch of the West. Who would have thought a sweet little boy like you could stop me? Don't I look a little like
You
that?
do.
Don't throw
actually.
water on me. I have like swimmer's ear.
Yeah, no, like I feel like you could.
I do, don't I? Could have been
like-
Margaret Hamilton.
Yeah, and you could be. You don't even need to like dress up for Wicked.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think. Thank you. Now, I don't mind being the witch because it's helped me a lot in my life. I used to be a teacher. Can you imagine? I was a teacher naturally, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I sized
see
up
it.
everybody immediately, took control of the room. Typical.
Yeah. So you were a witch of a teacher, though?
I was the teacher. I was the meanest teacher. When you saw my name on your schedule, you'd be like, oh no, you have her.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mrs. Rothburn, I think it was Mrs. Rothburn, was our English teacher junior year. And if you saw her on your list, the first thing you did was you went down to the school office and said, can I transfer out of this?
Exactly.
So Tina Giorgi was that teacher.
Right. Like, they'd be, oh, you have her? And I'd be happy. See, I would make somebody cry the first week.
Okay.
Usually the biggest guy in my class. If I could make him cry, that was it. The rest of the year, I had no discipline problems whatsoever. I would just keep really, I have a mean look, kind of just laser in on him.
And then anything in particular, just like whatever his insecurity was, you would just attack it.
No, there's always somebody that was trying to break me,
Okay.
like outdo me, but
Okay.
it was never going to happen.
Okay.
And then they'd be like, what, are you crazy? She's always breaks somebody. You're the one she broke this year. But I was not a nice teacher.
Well, she's a nice comedian, though. Nice
Yes.
comedian. You come tonight or tomorrow night, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll have it's a great date night, right? I mean, it's the perfect thing. I just saw on Good Morning America yesterday, they said, hey, what's in right now is being creative on Valentine's Day. Don't get your wife or your girlfriend flowers or chocolate. Do something special, and taking her to go see a comedian that'll make you laugh and won't pick on you
No, I will not pick
is
on
a great creative day.
And also just totally different. I'm a real, sort of monologist, but totally different, promise you. You'll be surprised if you come. Won't be what you think. I won't be complaining about men or any of that stuff. Really, I don't do that.
Okay. Well, we've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed having you on here. Tonight and tomorrow, 7:30 and 10 p.m. showings, aacomedy.com, and you can find them at 212 South 4th Avenue in Detroit. in Detroit, in downtown Ann Arbor. If you go to Detroit, you go to that location, I have no idea what it'll take you to. Stay in Ann Arbor. And Tina, before these guys destroy it, I want to make sure you get over there and get some pizza.
That sounds good. But you already bought me a soda. Thank you, and happy Valentine's Day. I'll see everybody later.
Okay, sounds good. When we come back, we'll talk some Michigan basketball. That's Inside the Huddle on Sports Talk 1050, WTK Ticket.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Tina. That was great.
Thank you. Really, I don't pick it.